Welcome to the Crazy Hat Chemist. Here we go. We're doing the 9th video in a series of 10 on solutions, and today we're going to be talking about the mole fraction. So here we go. Bam! Mole fraction. Here is the equation, generic equation for the mole fraction. That's x sub a, that's the mole fraction, is equal to n sub a divided by n sub a plus n sub b plus n sub c, etc. Okay? Remember, in PV equals nRT, n was moles. So that's why we're using n here for the moles. Okay, so here we go. Let's do a problem. We're going to calculate the mole fraction of ethylene glycol in water in a solution made up of 77.6 grams of ethylene glycol and 83.8 grams of water. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to calculate the moles of ethylene glycol and the moles of water. So here is the moles of ethylene glycol, a little bit of short stoichiometry. We're going to take the mass divided by the molar mass, and we got moles. So now we have 1.25 moles of ethylene glycol. We're going to do the same thing with the water. We're going to take the 83.8 grams of water. We're going to divide by the molar mass of water. We're going to get 4.65 moles of water. So now we're going to get both the molar, the mole fraction of ethylene glycol and the mole fraction of water. So here is the mole fraction of ethylene glycol. We're going to take the moles of ethylene glycol in the numerator, divided by the total number of moles, and I get this number. Remember, this is a mole fraction, not a mole percentage, so that's why we're not multiplying by 100. Your number should always be less than 1. If you get something greater than 1, you've done something wrong, guaranteed. Now we're going to get the mole fraction of water. And that is the moles of water divided by the total number of moles. That's the sum of both. And then that gives me this number. Okay? Now, I'm always going to do a check. Some people like to get the mole fraction of one thing and then plug into this equation right here. But I recommend getting the mole fraction of each component, then summing them up. And what number should you get? That's exactly right. If you get 1, then you know that you've done it correctly. So that should be your check. So that is the mole fraction. Did you wash your hands after the lab? Not sure if I touched a toxic chemical that is dangerous or if I'm just itchy. So, if you do wash your hands with soap and warm water for a minimum of 20 seconds. Scrub thoroughly in between all your little crevices on your hands there, and then dry thoroughly. That's the best way. So I am the Crazy Hat Chemist. Hopefully you can figure out what this hat is coming from. It's a series of books, a set of movies. I am a wizard. Have a good day.